What in the world? What in the world, man? What's going on? This your boy Big Low Country. Look at here, man. Hey. First of all, I want to thank all the coaches. Coach Roney, she kind of just woke me up, let me know what was going on. Multiple coaches hit me up in the meantime when I was asleep. Whenever this news came in, so Drew Brees has announced his retirement. We all kind of seen writing on the wall, and you know, of course we got to get on top about this one, man. Of course we got to get on top about this one. So first of all, this right here goes out to Coach Roney. What's going on, Coach Roney? So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. I told you so. I told you so. Told you it was gonna happen. Now, yeah, the title of this video for everybody that's checking this out. This is an Atlanta Falcons fan reacting to Drew Brees' retirement. Now, look, man, I'm actually in New Orleans, so that's what makes this whole situation, kind of cool, man. That's what makes this whole situation, crazy. I'm actually in New Orleans right now, so and for all the Saints fans that are watching this, they're going to check this out. No, this is a non-biased channel. It's a non-biased Falcons channel. No, we ain't going to talk too much trash about you now. We definitely don't like the Saints, but we ain't going to say all kind of negative stuff like that. We're going to talk about this whole rivalry, and you know what I'm saying. We're going to talk about what Drew Brees meant to this rivalry, and kind of where the Saints are going to go from here. Then while I'm talking, much love to everybody that's coming in to chill out with us. SOBG podcast. What's going on, man? Let's see. Devon Miller, what's going on, family? Coach Wallace, what's good with you, man? I hope you're doing good. Hope you and your family doing good down there in Statesboro, Georgia, Bullock, Georgia. Zeke, I see you, Bo. What's happening with your family? What's going on, Reg? What in the world, Bo? Breeze out of there, man. He's out of there. Definitely. Yeah, he's out of there, bro. He is out. Definitely. What's going on, Coach Asia? Hope you're enjoying that spring break. Man. Tell Sports and Gaming, what's going on, family? I hope you're doing good, bro. Hope you're doing good. So, look, man, I knew that the writing was on the wall myself. I ain't gonna lie to you. I knew that. I knew that Drew Brees was done. You can see the look in his eyes. He had that look that everybody has whenever they know that their time is up. The mind is willing, but the body is weak. Especially whenever they lost that last game. And yeah. I mean, I just knew that it was done, guys. I remember the last time the Falcons played them. You could just tell by the look on his face, like he was enjoying the win and everything. But you could definitely tell that this wasn't something that he knew that this was something that he wasn't going to enjoy yet. Devon says, "Why don't you subs yet?" Hey, bro, we on the way there, man. You got to make sure that you share the channel to your friends and family. Don't keep a good thing to yourself. And make sure that you tell everybody to subscribe to Big Low Country Sports, man. That's a good question, though. That's a good question. Oh, man. Brian Jr., what's going on, man? Chilling out with us from Twitter. Much love to you, fam. Much love to you. Rise up. You know what time it is, Bo. You already know what time it is. Of course, we're going to have to talk about this one. Of course, we're going to have to talk about this one. I was taking a nap. We was down to the French Quarter, about 2-3 hours ago, and I ate like a hog and had a beignet. First time I had a beignet before. And, man, I was so sleepy. I was like, man, I don't never take naps during the day, but I had to get me one today. I had to get me one. But, yeah, man. Yeah. Zeke, he's kind of talking about this whole situation, man. He said, but we don't know which Winston we're going to get. And we're actually going to get to that, Zeke. I'm glad that you're bringing that up, bro. Glad that you're bringing that up. And we got Jay Walrich. About time he retired, but that Taysom Hill contract, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. What's going on, Coach Terry Artist 404? I see you in here. All the coaches, y'all make sure that y'all do a country boy a favor and congratulate Terry Artist 404. He just had his wedding anniversary yesterday. 2-year wedding anniversary. So much love to Coach Terry Artist 404. Oh man. Reggie said, Coach Lowe made them people mad eating up all their food. Hey, boy, I was trying to throw down when I could, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was trying to throw down when I could, man. So, first of all, this whole Drew Brees situation, I'm just saying, man, this rivalry, during this Falcons Saints rivalry, this is when this whole situation, like this has been the best years of the rivalry, and I'm just being completely honest. And this is just from the competitive side, my competitive side. This has been our best years during the rivalry. Whenever we had to make sure that we tried to score at least 30 points. We had a lot of shootouts. We had a lot of games when, we went blow for blow. And whenever Drew Brees has been quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, like this has been the time when my blood got pumping the most. And I got to say that I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I said this at the end of the season. Well, yeah, at the end of the Saints season, whenever they lost, I'm actually going to miss Drew Brees, man. I'm actually, it's one of those situations where it's something that I'm actually going to miss. I ain't going to lie to you, So, moving forward, we don't know what direction that the Saints are going to go in. And we're going to kind of talk about this, the options that they have and everything. But, man, I mean, I'm pretty sure Drew Brees ain't ever going to hear this. Maybe he will, but this is coming from a Saints fan, Drew Brees. Oh, my goodness. Why did I say that? This is coming from a Falcons fan, Drew Brees. Hey, man, we're going to miss you, and thank you for all the times that you gave us, man. Thank you for all the times that you gave us. Any Saints fans who's watching this, I'm just going to let you know, Falcons, we're really going to be trying to bust y'all behind now. It's not going to feel the same. That we ain't going to be beating y'all with Drew Brees on the squad, but we definitely really going to be trying to bust y'all behind now. Oh, SOBG, he's a Saints fan. He says that anybody that's sweating about Taysom Hill's contract may officially be trolled by Mickey Loomis. Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that Cole contract situation that he got was crazy. Tight end playing quarterback kind of a situation. I know a lot of Saints fans say that, Taysom Hill, they're not even, they don't even think of Taysom Hill as, as one of those guys. It's one of those guys who, can be a long-term quarterback. A lot of people think of him as a gadget player, So it's one of those things, man. Maurice Amy said, I was hoping that he would stay one more year because I love to have him sacked 4 sacks, then throw in the interception to close everything out for his career. I was hoping the same thing, Maurice. But it be like that sometimes, man. I was legitimately hoping that he would come back one more time. But the Saints, they want to be competitive at the same time. They want to be competitive at the same time. So, moving forward, they're going to try to make some changes and try to elevate their team because look, the Saints, they think they're close, even though they made these cuts. They still think that they're close, and think they're on the way to doing some big things down here in New Orleans, man. They definitely think that's the case. Yeah, so and Coach Zeke said that he thinks that Debo's going to miss Drew Brees even more because let's be honest, Drew Brees did get Debo paid. He really did. Oh man. He really did. Now, I don't know, man. It's like when I think about this whole Drew Brees and this whole Drew Brees and Saints situations, I always think about like so many different games and different moments. And one moment that really made me think, and I'm going to ask y'all throughout this whole rivalry, ever since Drew Brees been in New Orleans, like, what was your favorite moment, as a Falcons fan, or even if you're as a Saint fan, what was your favorite moment that you had that included Drew Brees? I know my favorite moment was whenever we broke Drew Brees' streak for consecutive touchdowns in a game. I think it was on Monday Night Football, and like just seeing him so frustrated because, look, he had been including us for so long, and it's like we finally figured Drew Brees out. And it wasn't all of us figuring him out. He did legitimately just make some mistakes, but we, for the most part, we figured him out that night. And man, when we broke that streak, man, that was crazy. That was crazy. The pick six, that pick six, Deion Jones. No, was it pick six? No, that interception, that last play interception that Debo had. That was crazy as well, man. That's crazy, man. I definitely I'm definitely gonna miss Drew. I hate to say it. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but I'm definitely gonna miss him. Definitely gonna miss him. Coach Roney said the Falcons tweeted, "We thank you, Drew Brees, but we won't miss you." That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Oh man, and it's one of those things, man. This whole situation might actually make the Saints better. Everybody, like, look, for all my Falcons fans out there, y'all don't start celebrating now. Y'all don't start celebrating, because I've seen in a few mock drafts where the New Orleans Saints have taken a Mac Jones with that first pick. And look, I think Mac Jones is one of the two best quarterbacks in this draft. So, let's not celebrate, because we don't want to be in a situation where we jump out of the frying pan into the fire, thinking that everything is going to be, peaches and cream, because Drew Brees ain't here no more. Because the worst case scenario for us is that the Saints are one of those that are like, the San Francisco 49ers who had a Hall of Fame quarterback, then switched off to another Hall of Fame quarterback. Let's hope that they're not like the Green Bay Packers, who had a Brett Favre and then transitioned to an Aaron Rodgers. And, they're just relevant for 20 plus years because that's the case. So that's definitely one of those situations where, we don't want to do that now. Let's not do that. Now, Coach A just saying, when Drew threw that interception at the last minute of Thursday Night Football in 2017, man, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah. Some Sports Live in the ATL said, "Hey, Big Low, keep it up, my dude. Hey, bro, we definitely going to try to keep it going, man. Thank you so much." Coach Ronnie said, "My favorite moment is when the Saints came. To town at Atlanta Airport. Employees egged their shuttle bus. I forgot all about that. I forgot about the egging, the famous egging, and all the Saints fans were, very upset about that situation." Mr. 504 Easy, he says, "Hey man, we ain't crying. We're celebrating moving into phase 2. And that's what it's all about, man. You go ahead and celebrate, because at the end of the day, Drew Brees did what he came to do. He won you a Super Bowl, so in a way, it's kind of in true Saints fashion, it's kind of like a celebration in New Orleans fashion. Y'all ain't going to mourn this. Y'all are going to, celebrate this ending. It's kind of like a second line. Is y'all gonna go ahead and celebrate that all of the good times that y'all had with Drew Brees? And and like I'm saying, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. What's going on, 504? And I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. It's one of those cases, man, where we have to remember that it may legitimately be a situation where it's worse for us. It's worse for us. Coach Jay in the Bay said Drew, he had a Hall of Fame career. He's definitely right. First ballot all day. But it's just one of those cases, man, where we just have to. Now, Coach Wallace said that. Look, Big Low. Now, see, the thing about Coach Wallace is Coach Wallace. He's to the point. He ain't finna play no games with you. Now he's going ahead and putting it out here. He's putting it out here. Coach Wallace said, "Look, Big Low, this ain't gonna get dealt with this coming year." He ain't even playing no games. He ain't finna dance around nothing. I'm sitting over here. Look, y'all, I'm trying to be politically correct. Coach Wallace said, "Look, they finna get dealt with. That's all it is to it." Brian at Junior One, he said that worst scenario is that the Saints somehow get Russell Wilson. Well, that's definitely a bad scenario, Coach. That's definitely a bad scenario. In my mind, to be completely honest with you, I think the worst case scenario is if the Saints get a rookie quarterback. That's the thing. If the Saints get somebody who's a straight baller, if they get this year's Justin Herbert and he comes in and he balls out, like that's somebody who, number one, let's consider this guy. So number one, he's on a rookie deal, and anytime you get a quarterback that's good on that rookie deal, that automatically puts you in the race. Because, and I'm sorry if y'all can hear all that stuff, y'all, but our Airbnb is like right out of interstate, and people drive a lot of loud cars around here. But if you get that quarterback that's on that rookie deal, you're automatically in the race because you're getting that top-notch talent at the most valuable position on the football field for pennies on the dollar. And you could go out and sign free agents that can help build this team up in the meantime until he does sign that big deal. And we know that nowadays, like quarterbacks, they getting broke off. They getting broke off. Oh man. Now, Coach 504 said, "Question, Falcons fans, how y'all gonna feel when Jameis beat y'all twice this year?" Hey, boy, we gonna see. We gonna see. Now, I want you to remember this moment. I want you to look. Y'all get whooped up on that shit now. I want you to remember this moment, 504. Coach Agent said, "She's gonna be pissed." He said, "If that's the case." Oh man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Man. Oh no, man says he better step up his game if he want to be anything good. And look, I think everybody's kind of just talking about Jameis. Agent saying that Jameis, he's not on Drew Brees' level yet. That's actually another situation where if the Saints do sign Jameis to, let's say, a 2 or 3 year deal where that's cap friendly. If Jameis comes out and if Jameis could play at the level that he did in Tampa Bay and cut down the amount of interceptions that he had, and y'all heard, and for everyone that's on the coaching staff that's subscribed to Big Low Country Sports, if all y'all that's heard this rant, y'all know what's coming up. Y'all know what I'm going to say. If it's one of those situations where if he gets coached up by Sean Payton, one of the top 3 X's and O's guys, on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to be in trouble. we're going to be in trouble, y'all. I'm just being completely honest with you. You know, I talked some trash to 504, to Coach 504, but look, I'm not talking too much trash. I'm going to keep it reserved because Jameis is a good quarterback. Everybody gets caught up in the interceptions. I know everybody's going to comment and everybody's going to say, oh, well, Coach Lowe, what about the 30 for 30, such and such? Look, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, if Jameis Winston, what's going on, Coach Cole on the 6? I see you, family. If Jameis Winston comes out, and if Jameis can throw at the same level he did in Tampa Bay, his wide receivers catch passes, and he learns this offense, if Sean Payton can use him and pull up a scheme specifically for him where he doesn't put the ball at risk, Saints going to be tough to deal with. I'm just putting it out there. And Richard said, that's a big if. Look, Richard, I say all the time, Bo, if we're a fifth, we'd all be drunk. if we're a fifth, we'd all be drunk, Bo. I'm telling you the truth. Brian, he said that, look, man, I'm speaking the truth. Jameis Winston, he has high potential with Sean Payton. He definitely does. He definitely does. You know, so I'm telling you, you look at the team that Jameis Winston was with in Tampa Bay. You look at the two coaches he was with whenever he was with whenever he was with Dirk Cutter and he was with Bruce Arians. Think about this, guys. He played on a team with coaches who love to throw deep passes. He threw, people who threw deep passes, long developing plays. Offensive line really wasn't that good. Defense really wasn't that good. Jameis Winston had to force the ball downfield. He had to force the ball downfield. So whenever you're forcing the ball downfield like that, you're playing on a team with a bad defense. You're taking a bunch of unnecessary risk like a Matt Ryan, because look at this past season. Like Matt Ryan didn't look like Matt Ryan. And what was it? And why was the reason everybody was upset with Matt Ryan last year? Or what was the reason everyone was upset with this Falcons offense last year? It was because of Dirk Cutter. The only reason why the Bucs won the Super Bowl this past season is because Arian Foster. What am I talking about? Bruce Arians, I done had too many hand grenades. Bruce Arians did this number right here. He stepped back. He just stepped back. And whenever he took a step back, he literally said, well, look, guys, I'm just going to let Tom Brady run this offense. Tom Brady said, look, I ain't taking no more 5 and 7 step drops. We finna run this ball, 3-step drops, and we finna throw these balls across the middle of the field, screens, and we'll take a shot when we can take a shot. Basically, next thing you know, Tom Brady throwing the Vince Lombardi trophy from one boat to another. What in the world? What in the world is the truth? If I line up flying? Smitty said, what's going on, Coach? You should let me know you were coming on. Man, my bad, Coach. I'm out here in New Orleans, and my wife, she just woke me up to let me know the news that Drew Brees retired, man. My bad, Coach. I ain't much understand. I mean, I ain't gonna say didn't understand. I woke up in a fog to all of this news, man. Coach Wallace said, Big Low, we first have to see who they're going to have on their team after they cut players to get under the salary cap. And you're definitely right, which makes me kind of nervous because, look, you got to think about it like this right here, Coach Wallace. Nobody else in the NFL has seen what Jameis Winston is capable of besides Sean Payton. So moving forward, he's the only one that's seen what Jameis Winston is capable of under his offense. So he could literally say, okay, well, look, we got this secret over here to ourselves. We could literally sign Jameis Winston for a cap-friendly deal, and we know that they've been cutting cutting a lot of players. They've been cutting their losses, and they SOBG podcast says that they got some guys waiting in the wings. But look, moving forward, they just go ahead and just sign Jameis to a cap-friendly deal and turn around and start him. They literally had a chance to sit a whole season behind Drew Brees, a Hall of Fame quarterback, and learn this offense. Y'all think Sean Payton just did that just to do it? Let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys. I legitimately think that Sean Payton had Jameis Winston on the bench behind Taysom Hill just to do it. Whenever they didn't start Jameis Winston, whenever Drew Brees got hurt, I already knew what time it was. Like, that's showing me right there that's a coach that's saying, all right, I want him to learn this offense. I don't want to put him in a situation where he goes out there and just kind of knows it. I want him to go out there and wing it like Michael Vick won it for many years for the Falcons. I want him to go out here and actually run the offense. Like, be confident, throw, know where all of your check downs are, so you can run this offense efficiently. And whenever Taysom Hill started, Jewel Bell, what's going on with your family? Whenever Taysom Hill started, I already knew what time it was. Look at here, y'all. I meant to let y'all know, if y'all could do a country boy a favor, make sure that you hit that like button. And if you learn anything new from this stream, if you learn anything new from this stream, if you had a chance to laugh or giggle or smile one time, or you just think the Big Low Country is a nice guy, make sure that you hit that like button. If this is your first time chilling out with me, make sure you do a country boy a favor and subscribe. Much love to you. And that's my message in a bottle for everybody that comes back and listens to this later. Make sure that you subscribe. Oh, man. Appreciate it, Unknown Man. Appreciate it, family. Appreciate it. Oh, man. Unknown Man said that Drew Brees retiring will be an national holiday. Coach Rhoda, she telling all my business. She said, I'm resting so we can hit up Bourbon Street tonight. But we had to do a show for this. Yeah, we definitely did. I want to talk to the coaching staff about Drew Brees retiring. That's only going to happen once. And like I said earlier, for everybody that's coming to chill out with us now, I mean, it's a bittersweet moment for me, because think about this, guys. Like, the last time we beat Drew Brees was seasons ago, and like that's going to be our memory of the last time we beat Drew Brees. The man really beat us, and he wasn't even on the field. He didn't have the first shoulder pad or nothing on. Sid Falcon, what's going on with you, man? Much love to you. Sid, tell me what you thinking about Drew Brees retiring from the NFL. I already knew whenever he signed that deal with CBS to talk about college football. Drew Brees seen all that money. Look, y'all, that's something else that y'all got to consider now. Y'all seen that contract Tony Romo got? All that money Tony Romo got just for talking about football? Drew Brees was like, so you telling me I don't got to go out here and get broken ribs and punctured lungs, and I still make the same kind of money? What in the world? I can still live in New Orleans, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if I was a professional athlete and I won a Super Bowl with a team, if I was beloved like Drew Brees is beloved in New Orleans, because I'm going to be honest with you, they probably going to put a mural up of Drew Brees in New Orleans. Just the way that they show all of their people love, all of the famous musicians, the famous rappers. I got to go to the Lil Wayne mural before I leave. But the way they show love to everybody who's from New Orleans or represented New Orleans, like, Drew Brees is going to have a mural here. But I say this all the time. If I was a famous athlete that won a Super Bowl with a team, or just, stay with a team I would never leave. Think about all the free food you can get. Think about all the free food you can get, man. Think about that. If Drew Brees went to Nia House, he literally he wouldn't have to buy nothing. They'll give him everything for free. Either they give him everything for free or somebody will pay for it for him. Yeah, so come on, man. I would never leave. If I was Drew Brees, I wouldn't move back to Texas. I'd be living in New Orleans. You know, most of the time you got money like that, you can kind of just buy multiple houses. But yeah, man. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there, y'all. Y'all don't celebrate. Y'all don't celebrate now. Said Falcon said, I was happy, can't lie. I was concerned that they would make a play for Deshaun Watson. Hope we have to go against crab legs to taste them. Y'all gonna get enough of calling that man crab legs. Oh man. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on now. Hold on. So Devon Miller, he says that don't get me wrong. Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer, but y'all gassing him. Oh man. Man, he said that we gassing Drew Brees, y'all. So I tell you what. All right, okay. So 504 said knee house is a spot, big boy. Hey, you ain't never lied, boy. Knee house. Hey, we had to hit up knee house when we first got into town, boy. We threw down at knee house on Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. Yeah, we threw down at knee house. All right, man. So I put it to y'all like this right here. Do y'all think Devon, do y'all think that Devon said that he thinks that we're kind of gassing Drew Brees, like we gassing him up. Give me a 1 if y'all think that we're not gassing Drew Brees up. And give me a 2 if y'all think that we are, if y'all think we are kind of boosting Drew Brees up a little bit. Y'all, because I know that he's VP or anything like that, but y'all just let me know how y'all feel. Give me a 1 if y'all think we ain't gassing Drew Brees up, and give me a 2 if y'all think we are gassing up. And while y'all giving me your votes, I'm just gonna look at some of these comments here. Let's see here. Hey, Big Low, have you heard anything about Grady? Man, I ain't really heard too much about Grady, man. I'm hoping that we restructure Grady Jarrett's deal, but I don't know how, I don't know how that one's going to work, family. I really don't know. Jewel Bell, he says, Coach, do you think we will draft a cornerback? I definitely think we should. Somebody to pair with AJ, for the long term. If we trade down in the draft, I would really like to get Farley or Surtain. I want Farley even more than Surtain, but I could definitely see, and moving forward, this is if we could free up enough cap space, I could definitely see us making a run at Janoris Jenkins, just to be kind of like a stopgap until next year, maybe a 1 or 2 year deal until next year, whenever the Falcons could, have some more cap space. And, maybe they might draft a cornerback next year, or, they could, try to get somebody a little bit more long-term for a bigger contract. Because we all know that in situations like that, whenever you have a player that's in the same division in a position that need, coaches and GMs always like to try to get those players because we want to know the inside secrets. We want to know what they know on that other team in the division. So if we could get a Saints player who, got some knowledge about what's going on in New Orleans, yes, we should definitely try to pull that trigger. And he's just a talented player. You got to give it to him. He ain't Jack Rabbit fast no more, maybe. He's still a heck of a player. I'm sure he's faster than you and me. All right. So Coach Terry Artist 404 says he thinks that we're not gassing Drew Brees up. Joe Bell said he thinks we gassing him up a little bit. Maurice Amy says think we gassing up Drew Brees. Of course, Devon Miller thinks that we are. Let's see here. And let's see. Reggie C2K says they don't think that we're gassing them up. Lando, he voted one. Devon voted one. Asia, she voted one. Sid said in his prime, Drew was ridiculous. He was tough to deal with. James Williams, what's going on, James? Thanks for chilling out with us, family. Thank you so much for chilling out with old country boy, man. If you do subscribe, James, make sure that you put it in the comment so everybody can welcome you to the coaching staff, man. Daniel Connor said, "What did I miss?" Daniel, Drew Brees just retired, man. Drew Brees just retired. Now, you know that 504, and look, if somebody's getting naked, I'm going to say they're getting naked. But 504, he just said one of the most accurate quarterbacks in NFL history. I definitely agree with you, man. I don't think we're gassing Drew Brees up. Drew Brees has been very, very good for a very long time. Like, come on, y'all. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We can't say we gassing up Drew Brees. Devon Miller said, "Is that the real Keanu Neal?" I have no idea, bro. If it is the real Keanu Neal, I'm going ahead and tell you, if anybody's happy, he is. Because Drew Brees made Keanu Neal lose a lot of money. Oh, man. Wait a minute. So Jenna, the ICU nurse, she's saying we need a quarterback. Ryan isn't cutting it. Oh, man. She went ahead and stepped out there. She went ahead and made that call. I feel you, Jenna. Tell me how you really feel. Why you feel like Ryan isn't cutting it? Why you ready to go ahead and move on? I want to know what you're thinking. I like to hear everybody's opinion. Like to hear everybody's opinion. Brian, he said one. Yeah, so I think that it's one of those cases, man, where I don't think we're gassing up. I don't think we're gassing up Drew Brees. I think that, we're just showing him the respect that he deserves. Because, I mean, let's be honest. There's not that many players who are that good for such a consistent period of time. And then, let's be honest, and let's also consider this as well, guys. Last year, a lot of teams would have took Drew Brees over many other players in the NFL. So it's just one of those things, man. A lot of people would took a lot of other players. They would took Drew Brees over, I'm sure, a Sam Darnold. I would have taken Drew Brees over Sam Darnold. I would have taken Drew Brees over a Ryan Fitzpatrick, or the way Tua played over Tua last year. Devon said he'll be right back. Definitely, man. Definitely. So, one of those cases where, Drew Brees, I mean, he was still a really good quarterback. And, sometimes whenever you see a guy at such a high level, whenever he comes down to a lower level, like, you start looking at him like, man, he ain't good as he used to be. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Dude was a baller. And this is just last year, whenever he's in his 40s. I mean, he's a great player. I remember watching him play at Purdue. I remember thinking, man, the kid's a good quarterback. Never would have thought in a million years he would have been playing. And, he went to the Saints, and the rest is history. The rest is history, man. He had a great career. Stone Decatur, what in the world, Bo? Oh, man. 504 said, I'm sure going to miss him. Matt Ryan. I'm sure going to miss Matt Ryan, and so will Cam Jordan. Hey, man. Cam, he poor Matt Ryan. I think Matt sees Cam Jordan in his nightmares. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Saints fans are going to miss Matt Ryan too whenever the time comes, man. I'm sure they're going to miss him. I'm sure they will. James Williams said, "No, some Falcons fan Breaks my heart, Jameis. Maybe it ain't. Oh man. Man, that's crazy. So you a Knowles fan? That's crazy because one of my little cousins, he was a redshirted freshman last year for Florida State. So yeah, man, much love to you, James. Much love to you. And we are up with us, man. You already know what time that is. Rise up all day. I'm actually in New Orleans right now, James. I've been rocking my Falcons gear all weekend. Boy, sometimes people will joke with me. Sometimes I'm getting looks. I'm like, man, I'm going to pull my pocket knife out on these folks. Like, why these folks looking at me like this? I got my Falcons mask. People are like, oh man, you need to take that mask off. Oh my goodness. Now, Jenna, the ICU nurse, she says that she wants Zach Wilson because she likes a mobile. That I'm thinking she's talking about for the Falcons. So I think Zach Wilson is a really good quarterback. And if there's a way that we could get him and still fill the needs that we have, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with having a quarterback sit behind Matt Ryan for a year and learn the system and moving forward, eventually take over. But right now it just doesn't. It's not in our best interest because of the contract situation and the dead money to get rid of Matt Ryan. So moving forward, if I could get Zach Wilson or Mac Jones, those are my two guys. Those are the two guys I'm kind of stuck on. Now everybody's getting naked about Trey Lance. Trey Lance, they said that I watched some of the throws that he made and he looked good. We don't want the workout warrior syndrome though. But Trey Lance did look good from what everybody's saying at his pro day. So maybe it might be one of those situations where Trey Lance might be one of those options. Maybe they'll be able to trade now, get some more picks and get Trey Lance and continue to fill those holes. But hey, Jenna, I appreciate you chilling out with us through Twitter, man. Definitely. Oh, Marius Amy says, I can see the Falcons having 3 first-round picks. Bro, tell me how that could happen. Tell me how that could happen. How can we get – because that we do mock drafts all the time, and I want you to tell me what you're feeling on how we could get 3 first-round picks. Definitely. Let's see here. And Devon, he said that, look, coach, don't trust Trey Lance. What in the world? Why we don't need to trust Trey Lance, man? Oh, man. Joseph, what in the world, Bo? What's good with your family? Oh, man. So Coach 504 Easy, he said, I don't think the Falcons draft a quarterback. I think y'all going defense. Now, the Falcons definitely do need to get some pieces on this defense. We need some game changers on the defense, but moving forward, we also got to think about the future. We got to get a quarterback to help us. We got to get a quarterback in the future because moving forward, it just ain't gonna be the same. I don't want to be in one of those situations where, okay, we move on from Matt Ryan and we got Byron Leftwich, as our quarterback. Brad Johnson. I don't know who are some other random. Matt Hasselback. I don't know. Just random people playing that quarterback position for us until we have to all sit through another bad season. Because look, man, these season tickets, these PSLs ain't cheap. I ain't trying to sit through too many bad seasons before we start winning. So, look, I'm trying to win, and I want a smooth transition from one quarterback to another. Because my homeboy, I'm thinking I'm pronouncing this right, Laugh Not Famous, he says, please, no Lance. Justin Fields, please. And I know that he's a big advocate of moving on from Matt Ryan. But right now, bro, it's just the money situation. Look, there are a lot of things that I want to do. I want a Bugatti. I just can't do it right now. You know, and I'm pretty sure the Falcons may look at this whole situation, and the Falcons are probably like, "Look, I'm ready to move on from Matt Ryan too. To be completely honest with you, I'm ready to go ahead and move on myself, but we can't really do that right now because, you know, with this dead money, just for him to play somewhere else, it doesn't make any sense. We talk about millions, not thousands. We're talking about millions of dollars, you know." But yeah, man. Now I see people in here talking about Grady Jarrett. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So Sid Falcon, he's saying that we shouldn't really worry about Trey Lance because of Carson Wentz. Look, I completely understand what you're saying. Don't forget though that at one point in time, Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate. I think, you know, those injuries and winning the Super Bowl on the bench, you know, I think that just kind of messed with Carson Wentz's psyche, man. You know, so Carson Wentz might go to he might go to the Colts, and you know, he just might be the stepdaddy. He might come in and do his thing. You know, you never know, boy. You never know. You never know, man. You never know. But it's like I know a lot of people are coming on here to talk about the Saints. And wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute now. What in the world, Bo? What in the world? Maurice Amy said, rumor has it that Grady will be traded for the 15th pick. Hold on. What in the world? I never heard nothing about Grady being on the trading block. What in the world, Bo? What's going on? Somebody said that Grady might be traded for the 15th pick to New England. Now we do know that what's going on, young men of faith, that anybody who Bill Belichick gets burnt by, he always like to get him on his team. Bill Belichick could never beat Cam Newton. They say no, Bill Belichick got Cam Newton. Joe said that's cap. Tell Sports Gamer said that's a lie. Maurice Avis says I have two sources saying that they're going to do that. Daniel Connor said that he heard that the Falcons are shopping Grady. Wow. I haven't heard anything. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about the coaching staff, man. Everybody who be subscribed. Look, people that were subscribed to Big Low Country Sports, I had people hitting me up on Instagram, people hitting me up on Twitter, people came to the Facebook page, the Big Low Country Sports Facebook page. Everybody was like, hey, coach, Drew Brees just announced his retirement. I was knocked out, boy. I was gone. So if anybody hit me up on Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook, my apologies. I wasn't, Big Low wasn't trying to ignore you. I was just knocked out, man. Laugh Not Famous says if Grady leaves, then I know we're the worst franchise in the league. What in the world, boy? What in the world? Look, man, I just want to let you know, Laugh Not Famous, this new defensive scheme, and I don't know, I think that you just subscribed to us last week. You know, Coach Lowe be keeping up with everybody. This new defensive scheme that Dean Pease has, that we have under this Dean Pease defense, we're running that 3-4 defense. You either those three down linemen, either you're just that big body guy, that nose tackle who can eat up space and that can consistently beat double teams, which Grady isn't. Grady's like a gap shooting kind of guy. He'll get a double team, but he'll just try to kind of shoot the gap through that double team. We want somebody that can hold up blocks to keep our linebackers pretty. Then number two, if you guys will play that nose tackle or you're playing that end, is normally a bigger guy, a taller guy, normally like around 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", maybe 290, somewhere around that with long arms. And Grady, he's just not that guy. So that's why I'm saying whenever I'm hearing Maurice Amy saying, things like, they're shopping Grady, and I know that Coach Daniel Connor, he does his research too, all the way from Ireland, all the way from Ireland. I see. It's one of those cases where, I could possibly see it happening because, we have to remember that we're trying to go to a whole nother culture, So it's one of those cases, man, where we just have to remember that, moving forward, it might just be trying to change the culture. And I'm getting tired of seeing guys who are trying to play the position who are not capable of playing that position. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to get guys that, can actually play that position. Like, you fit this position and you're playing it. Not like a Vic Beasley, who's a linebacker, and we're trying to put him at defensive end. You know what I mean? So if it's one of those things where we have to move on from Grady Jarrett, I'm ready to move on from Grady Jarrett. I'm sorry. Like, if it won't work, you can't force it. You know what I'm saying? If it won't work, you can't force it. And I'm tired of forcing it. I don't want to force it anymore. I don't want to try to make people play positions they're not capable in, and then we consistently get our jaws burnt off. I'm tired of it. And Marius, he says that I would hate to see it, but the reality of it is he doesn't fit. And that's the thing. Keanu Neal, he didn't fit. That's why we moved on from him. I put out a video like a week and a half before he got cut, letting y'all know he was going to get cut. Pirate King says Tom Brady rules the division. All right. Pirate King, thank you so much for chilling out with Big Low Country Sports. Look, y'all, Pirate King just broke a new record. So, Pirate King, I do want to let you know we have something, and the definition of it is called getting naked. And basically, whenever people, basically just have like undying loyalty to someone and don't give them any sort of intellectual recourse of the situation, we call it getting naked. So, man, you got naked in 2 comments, bro. 2 comments, you got naked. Oh man, Pirate King says, why am I even have any conversation with you, Falcons fans? The GOAT owns y'all. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining the stream, Pirate King. Thank you so much. Put your clothes back on. 504 Easy said, Big Low, is Arthur Smith the offensive or defensive minded coach? Arthur Smith is the offensive minded coach. So just want to let you know, 504, because we want to make sure that we give y'all all of the information before we whoop up on you. So Arthur Smith, he was the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. Started out as a QA coach. For the Washington football team. I was going to say the other name. And then just kind of moved up, went from QA coach to offensive line coach to offensive coordinator, kind of turned Derrick Henry's career around and moving forward. One of those situations, man, where a lot of people said that he's one of the best. He's one of the best offensive minds in the game. So I'm definitely excited about it, man. Dean Pease, he was the defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens in 2012. And he was also defense coordinator for the Patriots too for a few years. So, we're trying to get excited over here, man, because we want to whip up on these Saints. And, it's actually sad because I always get extra satisfaction whipping up on the Saints whenever Drew Brees is playing. And, I just can't do that, man. Just can't do that. But, much love to Drew Brees. And I definitely I'm definitely going to miss him, man. Definitely going to miss him. Laugh Not Famous says, Pirate King is an intellectual, I see. Yes, he's having some trouble with those tenses and with quantities, unfortunately. Oh man, y'all crazy. Coach Roney, Coach Roney said she getting on. He said, hey, we're out here for legitimate football talk. If you have something to add, we'd love to hear it. Look, Coach Roney don't play, man. Oh, Devon said Pirate King up in here strip teasing for the. He ain't strip teasing, man. He just came in here and just got straight naked. He ain't even wait, man. He broke the record. He broke the record. Oh man. So I just want to kind of talk about basically the options that the Saints could go through as far as moving forward with their quarterback situation. Now, I talked about Jameis Winston earlier, which is one of the options that I fear the most, to be completely honest with you. Now, another option would be if the Saints take Mac Jones. Now, if the Saints take Mac Jones, y'all crazy. If the Saints take Mac Jones, that will actually put them in a better situation. If Mac Jones comes in and if he's a baller, now look, the way that he ran that Alabama offense last year, he looks like he's a very knowledgeable and intelligent quarterback. He knows where all of his check downs are. Great footwork. He has athleticism. I consider him to be a more athletic Matt Ryan, to be completely honest with you. His mechanics look almost exactly the same. He's faster, of course. There are most quarterbacks faster than Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, the slowest pond water. But and I think if the Saints, and this is for you 504, if the Saints mess around and got Mac Jones, y'all could be in the game for the next 12, 13 years easily. From the scouting that I've done, I definitely think that that it's a possibility that it can happen. Mario said, Big Low, my ears are starting to bleed with all this Saints talk. My bad, man. My bad. Oh man. 504 said, Big Low, if we jump up to the 7th spot in the draft, all I'm going to say is watch out. If y'all jump up to that 7th spot, 504, and I'm just asking for because I'm just asking for my own research. If y'all jump up to that 7th spot, who do you think y'all would get if y'all jumped up? Because there'll be a lot of good names out there. I'm also thinking that if the Saints jumped up to that 7th spot and they don't get a quarterback, then I mean, it's just like a Destiny's Child album. The writing is on the wall. It's gonna be Jameis all day. But who do y'all think y'all would get 504? But my homeboy Terror Artist 404, he actually put up a video. Oh, Patrick Surtain. That's a really good pick. That's a really good pick. Feel that slot Janoris had. I ain't even mad at you, Bo. If y'all get Patrick Surtain, he's definitely a pro. He's definitely a pro. Now, my homeboy Terror Artist 404, he actually, because think about Terror Artist 404, my homeboy, he's proactive, not reactive. Space Spirit saying that the Falcons are going to win the NFC South. My homeboy Terror Artist 404, he actually put up a simulation of Russell Wilson as a quarterback of the he put up a simulation as Russell Wilson as a quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. So if y'all want to know what Russell looked like wearing the gold and black, y'all make sure that y'all go to my homeboy Terror Artist 404 page. He's actually putting up a whole lot of simulations of different quarterbacks on a whole bunch of different teams. I don't know if y'all heard, and the Pirate King, Mr. Naked Pirate King that came in here earlier, he actually put something up showing that OBJ going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because Tom Brady, he's politicking in LeBron James fashion. Tom Brady's politicking to try to get OBJ on the Bucs. So it's one of those things. So then the reason I mentioned that video of Russell Wilson going to the New Orleans Saints is because I've been hearing it a lot lately, man. I've been hearing it a lot lately. And moving forward, if it's one of those situations where they try to make that move, I don't think it would be Mr. 504 easy. I'm just letting you know, I don't think it will be for your benefit. I don't think it will be for your benefit, man, because Russell Wilson, he get a lot of money. He get a lot of money. Laptop Famous said, man, homeboy just wants every good player. Yes, he does. 504, yeah, and that's the same thing I said. I think Russ, with y'all salary cap situation, I think it would just be too much money for y'all. It would kind of put y'all against, it'll put y'all in a worse situation if y'all got Russell Wilson. And I definitely agree with that as well. Y'all don't need Russell Wilson. Oh man. So look, old country boy finna get ready to go to Bourbon Street in a few minutes. Does anybody have any additional questions before I pull the SpongeBob in? Because in a few minutes I'm gonna head out. Does anybody have any additional questions? Everybody just chill with me. That's never really chilled out with me before. And I apologize about the setup. Like I said, I'm actually in New Orleans. But for everybody who had to really chilled out with me before, man, I definitely appreciate y'all chilling out with the country boys. Y'all can see my stream is a little bit different, man. I'm just a country boy who used to coach football, who like to talk about some good old sports, man. That's what we do. That's what we do at Big Old Country Sports. For everybody that's new, who ain't never really chilled out with us before, make sure that you do a country boy a favor. Hit that subscribe button, man. Definitely. I definitely appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. I'm going to go down here, get me a couple hand grenades, find me something to eat. Finna go ahead and do it big, man. 504 said, don't get naked on Bourbon Street, Lord. Have a good one, big dog. Oh man. Reggie C2K Flow, who do you want to see drafted by the Falcons? Man, that's actually a pretty good question, man. As a matter of fact, because I know my wife, Coach Roney, I know that she's probably in the chat. Coach Roney, if you could you put mock draft 1.0 in the chat for me? But there are a lot of great players out there. I'm thinking that it's one of those situations, Reg, that I just want guys that fits our system. I want guys that can actually play the position that we pick them for. I don't want to get a guy who we're playing out of position just because he's fast. The football guys made positions for a reason. They made positions for a reason. So just trying to put other guys who are not of that archetype in that position because you just think you're smarter or just because he's faster than the normal guy that will play that position. I'm getting tired of seeing it. I just want to see somebody taken who I want to see somebody who plays the defensive end spot actually play defensive end. So with that first pick, to be completely honest with you, I think we can actually trade down and still get the quarter and still get a good and if we do, Um, I'm actually hooked on Mac Jones and Zach Wilson. And then as far as like on the defensive side of the ball, round, I think that we could get a guy like Chris Farley. I definitely believe that they could be a good option as well. What's going on, Brandon? What's going on, man? What's going on? Thank you so much, Mr. James. I really appreciate you chilling out with us, man. If you can, because I think this is your first time chilling out with us, man. If you can, do a country boy a favor and hit that subscribe button, man. It would make my heart rejoice. If you did me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because we're actually on the road to 1,000. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, if you can, man, definitely do a country boy a favor and hit that subscribe button. But look, man, I'm gonna go ahead, get ready, change clothes, do it big, and I definitely appreciate everybody for chilling out with me today. Y'all be easy, man. Rise up. A time down.